Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Royals' future. As everybody knows, Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, passed away and was buried along with Prince Philip after 70 years on the throne. Now, this isn't my first YouTube channel. I do have another channel, but it's totally different from this channel. I'm starting with my love. Okay, so my love for, well, my fascination at first. It was fascination first with the royal family. Started when I was very young. I was just in elementary school. I grew up on a small, well, no, not a small farm, a big farm. And we were very, very isolated, you know. It was me and my sisters and brothers and my mom and dad on this big farm. But we had one TV channel, you know, and we had a radio, but that's just about it. And most of the time, if we weren't in school. So when we were in school, we were bused from home to school. And it was just a small school, since we were, you know, out in a place called Blanco. I'm American. I'm here in New Mexico. And I grew up on a big farm, but we were very isolated. So it was the same, like 28 kids from kindergarten to 6th grade. All of us were the same till 6th grade, you know. So, and it was about, let's see, just not too long after the Prince of Wales married Diana, Lady Diana Spencer. We went into the library, and in the library I found a book. And it had all the pictures of the royal wedding. And when I seen that, I was like, are there really people like that live like this out there? Is that what is also out here in the world? I had no clue. It was very foreign to me. Like I said, we had channel 12, which was one channel, and most of the time that was smoky because we had an antenna. You know, it was really cloudy. We didn't really get to see a whole lot, and we didn't get to really watch a whole lot of TV, so we really didn't know much about what was going on in the world outside of ourselves. You know, and I think that's what's different from then and now. You know, the social media, the internet, everything has come so far. But I seen the royal wedding pictures, and I was like so fascinated. And I looked at the bride, and I was like, oh my God, this woman is beautiful. Her dress, her tiara, everything, the people, I just couldn't believe there was people that live like that out there. I was like, really, this isn't really true. This isn't really what's going on out there. So that's where my fascination became, with studying the royals, the royal family. And we all know the sadness, because I watched, you know, I knew in my heart of hearts, because I also read tarot, and a lot of people also follow tarot, you know, other channels that read tarot and stuff. And I'm very spiritual. And, you know, I felt for the longest time, you know, I think everybody knew the Queen was very, very ill, and it was because that lady would that woman would never miss anything unless it was a dire that she could not make it. You know, a lot of people say, I will not stop working until I'm on my deathbed, or I will not stop. You know, it was duty first, you know. And she made sure every day, almost every day, was duty. So, you know, as she canceled engagements, everybody, I think, was well aware that she was not well. But I think what hurts my feelings, and what I've been watching, and it just has been infuriating to me, is the fact that what's been going on with Harry and Meghan. The Queen was very hurt, I'm sure. I know she was at peace, and she's at peace now, but the fact that I'm sure she was so hurt by what was supposedly her favorite grandchild. and what was happening, what was being said. And one of the days that actually hurt my feelings the most was after the Oprah interview came out, and it was like, I think the next day the press was behind William, and William had to say, we are not a racist family. And to me that broke my heart so bad that Prince William had to answer that question. It should have been a question that never even had been asked. And you could see the hurt on his face, because to me, a lot of people don't understand, a lot of people understand the royals, but they don't. It took me a while to try to figure it out. I had to study. I had to study it. I had to study everything behind it, because as an American, we have presidents and we have Senate and House representatives, and sometimes I wish we would have something more structured, because we get a roll of the dice every 4 years or 8 years, and our country is so divided right now as it is, and it's very, very sad. But anyway, that was heartbreaking to me. And what I want my channel to be about is bringing back the greatness that Queen Elizabeth is, and the future monarch, the future royals. So I want to show you a couple things that I have. Let me grab these. This is not my usual setup. My usual setup is being worked on right now, so because I use for my other channel. But this is definitely the woman that started it all for me. I have the collector's edition of the Diana years, and this is the hardback. See, it's the collector's edition, and this one has everything, so many beautiful pictures of Diana, Princess of Wales. She had me just so fascinated with her beauty and her charm. And I'm not saying she was perfect, because I think if you studied him long enough and you know that she had her problems as well. We're all human. We can't be perfect just because we're royal. So these are just a few. Of the many pictures I will share with you guys upon my channel. And then she also appeared on the People Weekly. This was their 1998 edition as well, and it's a hardback one. Let me see. There's the beautiful Diana, Princess of Wales. But that's just a little bit of a lot of things that I have. The day that changed for me as well, guys, that changed for me as far as the future of the monarchy and where it was going, was the day Prince George was born. The day Prince George was born I'm like, okay, so Prince William and Prince George being born, you could see the future. You could see the hope and how the lineage, the monarchy could continue. And that's a very hard thing, I'm sure, being in a royal family. Being the heir and then being the second in line or the third in line, and knowing that it's them, and then, okay, so William and then his children, his son, and then if George has a son, and his kids and stuff. But that's the way the monarchy's always worked for thousands of years. If you ever want to know a lot about the era of just the monarchy that is of now, I have a book, this From the Scepter to the Crown. And it gives you just enough. It's here on I have a lot of books that aren't, but it is in my Kindle. No, it's my Audible. I'm sorry, I lied. It's actually an audiobook. because I had a free token, and I had a free credit, and I usually read, but this one I'm actually listening to. Oh, I hope my Kindle doesn't die for you guys. But I'm hoping to bring back the legacy. I'm hoping to build up the good side, to untarnish what's already been tarnished by totally selfish people, you know. And I sit and watch Twitter. You know, I started engaging a little bit, but you don't engage with the Sussex squads or sugars or whatever they call them. From the crown to the scepter. And it starts, you know, it'll give you just enough from William the Conqueror all the way down to Elizabeth II if you ever want to know a little bit about every royal. Okay, so, but I have a lot. I actually read a lot. My library, I have a lot of, you know, I did get Tom Bower's book, really good. I have The Palace Papers, The Real Diana by Lady Colin Campbell. I have Meghan and Harry, The Real Story by Lady Colin Campbell. I have Shakespeare by another name. That's an Elizabethan era, a long time ago. Sorry. The Last Day of the Romanovs. See, I'm very much into royals. But I just, you know, a lot on the Queen. But if you want to know any of, you know, the monarchy from William the Conqueror to Elizabeth II. That's a very, very good book. But I want to show you one of my very, very prized possessions, guys. Because when Prince George was born, I had to order this. And he looks a little weird. It looks a little different. Oh, guys, we fell. Sorry. I'm not very, like I said, I'm not very good at what I have going on right here. But, let me see if I can pull him up. It's going to get better, I promise, because here I am. I always start off kind of rough because I don't have my actual setup right now, but I wanted to get this started. This is my collector. Let me see, can you guys see that? That is Prince George. That's Prince George. There's the little pillow. It says, His Royal Highness Prince George of Cambridge, July 22nd, 2013. See, and so that says that right there. It's his little pillow. And then that was the christening gown, a replica of the christening gown that he used. But I thought he was gorgeous, and he's one of my very, very prized possessions. You know, I'll have to do it better next time and pull out something just a little bit better for you guys, because like I said, right now I'm not in my regular setup, so I'm holding my camera. But I'm hoping, and I'll do my editing and everything, but I'm hoping on this channel, if you guys want to start building back up what is the great name of Elizabeth II, because she worked hard. She worked hard to build a good legacy. She worked hard to bring up her family. And you don't know, I couldn't imagine what it was like to have duty first, then family. The crown first, your people. Because a lot of people always say family comes first, but when you're in that place, it's not how it works. So anybody that's interested in helping me rebuild back up Queen Elizabeth's legacy, help bringing back up the positive side of the monarchy and the stuff that they do, the royals' future, the Prince of Wales, the Princess of Wales, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis. That's the future of the monarchy. And if there could be somebody as loyal and as good as William, and I'm not saying he's perfect. Nobody on this earth is perfect. You know they have their flaws. But I honestly think the Prince and Princess of Wales are happy. I think they probably went through times just like anybody else, just getting adjusted, trying to figure out what's right, what's wrong, how to do this, how to do that. I couldn't imagine being in a royal family. I couldn't imagine it. When everybody, and this is what I'm going to say. When Meghan was marrying Harry, I seen a lot of memes and everybody giving around. Can you imagine being married to a prince? This, that, and the other. No, I couldn't do it because it's duty. You do give up. You have to put your people first. And I don't know if I would be able to do the people justice that would be counting on me, because I'd be so afraid to let people down. Um, because you are out there for the people. You're not out there for you to get freebies. Like what I read at some experts in the courtiers, a new book that's coming up. Tom Bower's book opened my eyes a lot too, but I've never felt, and I'll put this out there, I never thought Meghan was good for the royal family from day one. I have I can read energy real well, and I can read people's auras, and I can read how good they are, and when you could tell when they're in it for nobody else but themselves. And how about when you only have your mother at your wedding? Where's brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, dad, cousins, nieces, where's that? Where are they at? Where are they at? Instead, her whole side was by celebrities and people she didn't even know. And I'll be honest too, I never heard of Meghan Markle before Harry, ever. And then when I watched their interview, their engagement interview, when she's like, I never looked my husband up, I knew nothing about him. Bull crap. Just like Dr. Phil says when we were watching the Chris Watts case and stuff, the one he did about Chris Watts, and Nicole saying she didn't know nothing about it. And this is something totally different. Most people may not know what I'm talking about. It's about a bad family murder that happened out here in Colorado, close to where I live. But Dr. Phil says, you are lying to me. If the first person, this day and age, if you don't pick up, when you're dating somebody new and you don't go Google them to find out, go look at their social media to find out who they are, where they've been, what they're doing, you're lying. You're lying. You have to live under a rock and not have TV like I did when we was little. No social media, no nothing, to know that Prince Harry wasn't Prince Harry, who he was. And especially her. She knows. For her to be like the person who she says she is, she's going to know damn well who she's engaged with and who she's going to be pursuing and who she's going to go out with. That, to me, got me and turned me off from the very start, because you can just tell. I can tell fake people a mile away. And I think as a lot of other people. And I feel so sorry for the British people, because they did. And no matter what everybody says, those people, I watched that royal wedding. There was people out there wishing them on, loving them. And then to watch the queue and Queen Elizabeth's line to be seeing her, to pay her respects, it was people from all over the world, every walk of life. And that was very disappointing to me, to see that her legacy has been tarnished. And I want to bring it back. On my channel, I want to bring back the positiveness that was her great legacy, and focus on the futures, the future royals. And what is the best thing that's going to come for the British people, because Prince Charles started late. And I hate to say, now it's King Charles III. He started his reign late. And he's not going to be there, very long. We all know that. We're all mortal, It's going to be Prince William, and then it's going to be George. And that's the future, basically, right there, is Prince William and Prince George. But if you guys would really, really love to help me clean up the Queen's name again, bring back the positiveness, share your guys' stories with me, people that are in the United Kingdom. Why do you love the Queen? Or anybody from around the world. What made you fascinated by the Queen? What made you respect the royal family? They're about duty and not complaining and not spreading gossip and You know, of course they're going to have their inside family problems. They're family just like everybody else. It doesn't mean they're not human. They just don't complain about it. But for me, I would really hope and pray, that that's what I want to do. I want the positiveness. I want to bring her legacy back. I'm tired of seeing somebody get the spotlight all the time. I want to start focusing back on the Queen and the legacy that she left with King Charles and the Prince of Wales, the Princess of Wales, the Prince George, Prince Charlotte, Prince Louis, and all the good that's going to still be done. And on my channel, I ain't gonna say we can't discuss Harry and Meghan, but I want to know what everybody's love and respect for the Queen was. Why what the story is behind it, how you live, how did it help you, how did she keep you, because like I said, ever since I was a little girl, that's all I've ever known. I'm only gonna be 50 years old, but that's what I want to do, because I've been watching it play out, and it's really hurt my feelings, and especially when after the Queen's funeral, and then still for so much of it afterwards to be on Meghan. Really, I cried a lot because I thought that is just disgusting. That woman doesn't deserve an ounce of nothing, and neither does Harry. They don't deserve an ounce of nothing. Let's bring back the positive side of let's bring the Queen's good name. Let's bring it back, guys, because when we all get together for good, good always wins. So, like I said, I'm sitting on my bed. So I was sitting on my bed, and I just kind of pulled some stuff out that is kind of my favorite stuff, like my Diana books, the books that I read as far as knowing my history of the monarchy. My Prince George, because that's where I see when if he was born and Catherine brought him out, William and Catherine brought him out of the hospital. I'm like, that's the future. That's the future there. And then Charlotte, she's so pretty, Princess Charlotte. And Prince Louis, I mean, he's got such a whole nother spirit about him. But every kid is different. And I really would love my channel to grow and bring back the good name of the Queen. Everything she strived hard and worked for, because she gave up so much. I watched the documentary of her and her sister, Margaret, and they went through their little turbulent times too, because the Queen had to be Queen, and it took a long time for Margaret to say, yeah, the Queen's Queen and she's my sister and I put her first, because basically in the royal family, that's what you have to do to make it successful. So I hope you guys all enjoy kind of this one first. Like I said, it's going to get better. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of stuff. My other room where I film is occupied at the moment, being worked on some stuff. So let's bring back the Queen's good name. Let's take the no goods out and bring back what she really stood for. Because I would love to learn a lot from British people, or just Americans, or anybody around the world. South Africans, Australians. I've been to New Zealand and Australia. I got some money of the Queen. I was so happy because they said the notes change and the coins, everything's going to change, the stamps to the face of King Charles III. So I do actually have some money. When I went to New Zealand, the people were amazing. Such nice, wonderful people. Australia. So I'm happy. I actually brought coins back, yeah, let's bring back everything positive. Let's put some good stuff out there instead of all the Meghan stuff. She deserves nothing. She deserves no more spotlight. Her energy is just dull, and it's like a black cloud that's hanging over her head, And Prince Harry, I'm sorry, he made his bed and he can lie in it. So my name is Stephanie, and this is the Royal Future channel. Thank you. Hope everybody has a good evening, and we'll be back soon.